A cheap $2 bottle from the supermarket drew more than 1,000 earthworms up to the top in just 72 hours. It beat out $50 in chemical fertilizers hands down. And, get this, the gardening world has kept it under wraps forever. Take a second to let that hit you. If you're tuning in, you probably get that serene vibe of a crisp morning in the garden, the fresh scent of wet dirt post-rain, or the pure thrill of seeing your seeds sprout and thrive. But there's that other side I know you recognize all too well. You followed all the tips to a T, shelled out for the recommended stuff, kept up with watering, and yet your soil stays rock hard, dry as dust, devoid of any spark. Grab a handful, and it clumps like cement instead of breaking apart like moist, fertile loam. If that's hitting home, listen up. It's not your fault. What if the solutions we've been sold are actually wrecking our gardens? Today, we're uncovering something game-changing. Picture a basic dark liquid for under $2. No high-tech chemicals, no glitzy labels. Pour it on barren, packed-down dirt, and magic unfolds. Hundreds of earthworms show up in 3 days flat. Soil texture shifts in a week, and come a month later, that dead patch turns into rich, friable, teeming earth. This everyday staple crushes pricey chemical options that cost 50 times more. No wonder the $70 billion gardening biz wants it hushed. Stick around. By the end, your view of gardening will flip. Part 1. The huge error we've all been fed. Before revealing the fix, let's diagnose the problem. It's rooted way back. Think about it. Remember when gardening felt straightforward? Grandparents tilled with compost, manure, and plain old know-how, and crops flourished. Then post-World War II, chemicals took over. Shelves filled with synthetic NPK bags, pitched as the cutting-edge, science-backed plant food. Traditional ways, branded as old-school relics. Here's the truth they skipped. Those synthetics sidestep soil's natural ecosystem entirely. They dump nutrients straight to roots in a brutal, water-soluble blast. Plants might perk up fast, like a caffeine rush. But underground, healthy soil isn't mere dirt. It's a bustling metropolis of bacteria, fungi, and microbes, teaming up to decompose organics and feed plants the natural way. That's a billion-year-old symbiosis. Douse it with synthetics, though, and you shatter it. Plants ditch the microbes, the little guys go hungry. Worse, the salts in those fertilizers suck moisture from soil life, wiping out what keeps it vibrant. Each dose chips away more. In a handful of seasons, the thriving biology built over years vanishes. Soil morphs from ecosystem to inert chemical holder. Vicious cycle kicks in. Fewer microbes, weaker fertility, so you buy more fertilizer, which kills more life. Super lucrative for the sellers. But imagine snapping that chain. What if the fix is lurking in your kitchen right now? Part 2. Your pantry's hidden gem. Drumroll. It's blackstrap molasses. Yeah, I see the skeptical look. That sticky staple from Grandma's gingerbread. Spot on, but hold off judging. There's poetry in what it really is. They crush sugar cane, boil the juice to snag white sugar. First boil, light, sugary syrup. Second, third, they keep refining. By the final boil, all the easy sugar's gone, leaving a dense, inky sludge. Blackstrap molasses. What's wild? Society chases the instant sugar high and discards the deep goodness. Yet all the good stuff, the iron, calcium, magnesium, potassium, manganese, zinc, and other minerals from the original plant, gets packed into that dark syrup. A single tablespoon delivers up to 20% of your daily needs for several key ones. Pause and consider that. White sugar hogs the spotlight, while this tough, shadowy survivor of the boiling process, the one folks ignore, holds the true power. Those of us with some years behind us get this on a deeper level. Society chases the fast buzz and youthful glow, much like it does refined sugar. But it's in life's later chapters, post-trials and refinement by hardship, where wisdom and toughness really build up. Blackstrap molasses? It's the wise old soul of the sugar family, profound, robust, and vital. Adding this nutrient-packed elixir to your soil turns it into a chelator, as the experts say. In everyday terms, it frees up locked-away goodies in the dirt, making them accessible to your plants and the soil critters. You're not merely dumping liquid, you're infusing the ground with pure grit. Now, underground magic kicks off. Part 3. The game-changing find. You might ask, do plant roots gobble the molasses straight up? Nope, not at all. They skip the sugar and let it nourish the hidden microbes near their roots. This uncovers something straight out of a sci-fi novel, but it's legit, backed by science, and it flips our view of plants upside down. Enter the rhizophagy cycle. Big term, huh? Here's the simple version. For ages, we figured plants were just chill, sipping dissolved minerals from soil moisture. Nope. Studies by Dr. James White reveal plants actively cultivate microbes, like farmers tending herds for sustenance. Picture this. A thriving plant pumps sugars and acids from root tips, signaling a buffet. Soil bacteria catch the scent, rush in, and cluster up. Then the plant pulls a wild move. It sucks those live bacteria straight into its root cells, intact. Inside, a chemical soak peels away their shells, spilling out the nitrogen, potassium, and other treasures they haul. The plant grabs its share. Here's the genius twist. It spares them. Post-harvest, it sprouts a fine root hair like a needle and ejects the bacteria back into the soil. They regenerate, scavenge more from the earth, and return for round 2. A perpetual loop of mutual nourishment. That's precisely where blackstrap molasses shines. Drench your soil with it, and you're supercharging those bacteria with carbs. They explode in numbers, recover quick, and hustle harder for your plants. It eases the load on the greenery itself, freeing energy for lush foliage, sturdy stalks, and tasty yields. Starve those microbes, and plants can't even develop proper root hairs. They weaken and struggle. Feed 'em well, though, and your garden turns into a thriving, self-fueling powerhouse. Whew, science overload, I get it. But the key nugget. Plants aren't pushovers. They're built to cultivate their own grub. They just require solid soil allies. Molasses fuels that whole alliance. But day 3? That's when it ramps up, big time. Part 4, the earthworm arrival. This is gold I want you to hold on to. It's among the most uplifting gardening truths I've encountered. Staring at tough, parched, lifeless dirt, it's tempting to call it quits. Nothing's growing here ever. Science disagrees. That soil isn't gone. It's hibernating, primed for the sustenance stripped by years of chemicals. Blackstrap's about 55% sugars, a starving bacteria banquet after ages of famine. Lab tests show bacterial counts surging 1,000 times over in just 48 hours. 1,000 times! Let that sink in. And those bugs, mere appetizers at the feast. Those microbes explode in numbers, turning into a feast for protozoa, which in turn nourish the nematodes. It's like a domino effect, sparking a burst of life. Then by day 3, something jaw-dropping happens that'll have you dropping everything to gawk at the dirt. Earthworms show up. Not a few stragglers. They swarm in by the hundreds, even thousands. And the big puzzle everybody wonders about: where the heck did they come from? You didn't purchase them or snag them from some website. They've been hanging out deep in the earth all this time, buried way below the topsoil, dodging chemicals, dry spells, and packed down ground. Earthworms are super delicate. That huge surge of bacteria up top releases a chemical cue that travels down into the soil. Or do the worms pick up on it, sense the bounty, and start heading up for the party? There's this cool research on the earthworm species, Ferritima peguan, showing that mixing organic waste with molasses at a 1:15 ratio let the worms break it all down in only 3 days. Skip the molasses. And it dragged on, past 9 days. Molasses didn't just lure them, it boosted their speed threefold. Once they're tunneling through your dirt, everything ramps up fast. Each burrow they make lets air and moisture seep into hard-packed soil. Their poop, those castings, is among the richest, most ideal plant grub out there. No need to coax the worms or yank life from the depths. Just set up some cozy food-filled conditions and it bubbles up naturally. And I reckon that goes beyond gardens. When we give folks around us real warmth, kindness, and solid support, their finest qualities emerge from hiding too. So if this trick is so powerhouse, dirt cheap, and straightforward, why haven't we heard about it everywhere? Part 5. Follow the cash trail. This riddle haunted my sleepless nights. If blackstrap molasses delivers like this, effective, affordable, easy, why isn't it splashed across every gardening mag's cover? Why not stocked at every home improvement shop? The truth hurts. But it's straightforward. No shady plot, just capitalism. The worldwide synthetic fertilizer biz rakes in more than $70 billion annually. A few giant players, Nutrien, Mosaic, CF Industries, dominate nearly all of it. Here's the kicker with their setup. It thrives on repeat customers. Chew on that. Synthetics wreck your soil's ecosystem. With the natural fertility makers wiped out, you're forced to repurchase next planting season to keep plants alive. And the one after. And the next. That endless need, it's their profit engine. From 2020 to 2022, bulk fertilizer costs skyrocketed over 132%. Execs blamed logistics snarls, but dig into their earnings reports and boom, insane profit highs. They weren't merely hiking prices. They cashed in huge on the addiction they built. Switched to soil revival with a $2 jug of molasses. And it spells trouble for them. Your plot starts fixing itself. Bacteria boom. Worms breed like crazy. One can crank out dozens of babies per season. Your ground cranks out its own fertility. You ditch their stuff for good. A gardener gone rogue with a supermarket staple. That's a client they've lost forever. They won't bash molasses outright. That'd spotlight its strength. They bank on a smarter play. Quiet. Farm outlets, extension services, horticulture rags. Tons get bankrolled by those same fertilizer peddlers. Dirt-cheap organic fixes. They stay buried. That hush isn't random, but we're shattering it now. Part 6. Applying this in your yard. Okay, here's what you've been itching for. I'll guide you step by step on reviving your soil. It's straightforward, but nail these details. Step 1. The brew. Aim for 1 to 2 tablespoons of blackstrap molasses per gallon of water. That's your magic blend. Key point, though. Grab unsulfured blackstrap molasses. Big deal. Certain brands toss in sulfur dioxide to preserve it, and that stuff wipes out microbes. Total buzzkill for our goal. Check the label for unsulfured. Step 2. The water. Avoid this newbie trap. It's the top slip-up. Straight city tap water, loaded with chlorine 9 times out of 10. Chlorine's job is zapping bacteria in the lines. Dumping that straight on your soil will wipe out the very microbes you're hoping to revive. Here's the simple solution. Grab a bucket, fill it with tap water, and leave it uncovered in the sunlight for 24 hours. The chlorine will off-gas on its own. Short on time? Just sprinkle in a small pinch of vitamin C powder to neutralize it in seconds. Step 3. Putting it to use. Spread 1 gallon of your molasses solution across every 10 square feet of garden bed. Timing matters. Go for early morning or late evening, when the sun's rays are soft. Soil. Bacteria only kick into gear in warm conditions, so target spring through early fall, with ground temps over 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Quick tip: give your garden a light watering right before and after applying the mix. Those bacteria can't navigate parched soil. They rely on dampness to ferry the molasses down to the root zone where it counts. A heads up. I get it. You're tempted to think, if some works well, more must be awesome. Trust me, I've fallen for that. Hold back. Overloading with molasses sparks a microbial frenzy that sucks up every bit of oxygen in the soil. It'll start reeking like a soggy marsh. Worse yet, the exploding bacteria populations will devour all the nitrogen around to fuel their growth, turning your plants yellow and famished. That's known as nitrogen tie-up, a classic rookie error. Steady and measured, that's your best approach. Bonus tip: the ultimate duo. For truly stunning outcomes, blend your molasses water with compost tea. The tea delivers a vibrant squad of varied microbes, while the molasses hands them instant fuel to dive in. Paired up, they spark a total ecological comeback in your garden. Let me recap it plain and clear. One more time. 1 to 2 tablespoons unsulfured blackstrap molasses, 1 gallon dechlorinated water, covers 10 square feet. Apply morning or evening and water lightly before and after. That's the full formula. Folks, we're at a turning point right now. One path keeps you dumping pricey chemicals on dirt that grows deader by the season, battling against nature rather than teaming up with it, locked into reliance on an industry that thrives on your need. The other, stroll into any store, drop $2 on blackstrap molasses, and flip the script entirely. Picture it. 7 days from now, you head out back, press your fingers into the earth, and finally, after years, it yields. Crumbly, velvety, rich with darkness, pulsing with life. All for less than your morning brew. Worms show up in days. In weeks, that packed clay turns to vibrant, breathing soil. No more chains. Vitality surges back. You're not merely raising crops anymore. You're cultivating true vitality. What touches me deepest here is this. Those of us further along in our years hold a treasure the world craves. It's the thick, potent wisdom distilled from every trial we've faced, the molasses of our hard-earned stories. When we share it with family, grandkids, neighbors, life springs forth, just like worms surfacing to the sun. That $70 industry wants this knowledge contained, but it doesn't have to stay that way. Not if you spread it. Give it a shot in your own yard this week. See the transformation unfold firsthand. Then share it with someone dear.